Arsenal Fan TV would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, welcome along to the show today. Great victory yesterday. I know there's a lot of people out there who was there at the game yesterday, and their opinion on the game was, it was a terrible performance by Arsenal. We didn't play well. We were lucky. You know what? We won the game. We won the game, and that victory yesterday is what you call winning ugly. And that's a thing that Arsenal haven't been doing many times over the years. And if you look at the teams that have won titles, and I'm not saying we're going to win the title this year, but if you look at some of the teams that have won the titles over the year, they have had games when they've played badly, but they still got the result. And that is very important. And one of the things that's happened with Arsenal over the years is they've played well and they've got a draw, or they've played well and they haven't been able to grind out results. But what was very encouraging about yesterday is that they were able to grind out the result. It was a very wet day. It was a very windy day. But they went there, they defended very well, and they got the result. And that's the main thing. We're up into 4th place. And I just think if you look at where we was a couple of weeks ago, and you look that we're in 4th place now, we're going into the New Year and Christmas period with a bit of optimism. I think that yesterday's performance, we're going to look back on that and we're going to say, hey, we're not going to say the performance, we're going to say 3 points. So well done to the lads, well done to Mikel Arteta again for taking responsibility, stepping up, banging away the penalty. Well done to Theo Walcott. A lot of people was criticising Theo yesterday, saying that, well, he's not a striker, leave him on the wing, etc, etc. At the end of the day, he won us the penalty. He won us the penalty. I thought he did okay as a striker yesterday. He wasn't brilliant, but I didn't think there was any service for him. Zola had one of his poorest games that I've seen him have for Arsenal. And that's no, you know, I'm not slating him at all because he's been brilliant for us. But he didn't have a very good game yesterday. Gave the ball away quite a few times. Jack Wilshere, brilliant in the midfield. But there wasn't a lot of creativity in that midfield to supply service for Theo. And I did see Theo trying to make a lot of runs off of the strikers, trying to play on the, you know, like the last man. And he didn't really get the service. So it's too early, as I think a person on Twitter said last week, it's too early to judge Theo Walcott as a striker. But I think yesterday's performance, yes, he didn't score, but I think he did okay. And again, I was just happy with the performance. Right at the end of the game, Mertesacker came over. You could see he was really happy. And I think he was really happy and was jumping up and pumping his fist from a defender's point of view because they kept a clean sheet. And we got the 3 points, and that was the most important thing. So well done to Arsenal. As a matter of fact, I've got to show you this. All the away fans yesterday got one of these from Arsenal Football Club. It's, if you can see it there, a Christmas card as we went into the ground. And if you look inside of it, a £10 food and drink voucher. Is that? No. Yeah, to be redeemed at the Emirates Stadium. All right, so that was from Arsenal Football Club. Season greeting, it says. Dear away supporter, season's greetings. Thank you for your incredible support. Thank you, Arsenal. You could save the £10 and just make sure you buy some players when January comes. That's all I want. I don't want £10 of food and drink. I want some top quality signings in the January transfer windows. But thanks for the thought anyway. And I've got to say, before I get into the tweets, the away support yesterday. I mean, if you was watching that game on TV, you would have seen the Wigan ends. Hardly anybody there in their ends. It seemed like most of the people that were there were from Arsenal. They were Arsenal fans. The Arsenal end was completely packed. The Wigan ends were a bit weak. But, you know, forget about Wigan. Arsenal's away support is absolutely outstanding. Remember, we haven't been playing at our best recently. We've had defeats at Bradford. We've had a lot of negative stuff around us, but our away support stands firm. And I've got to say a big respect to that away support. Let's get into the tweets because we've had loads of people coming through on the aftermath this week. So let's get into it right now. Boyce Arsenal says, Jackie Boy was awesome. His sliding tackles are just epic. It was a bad call from the ref booking him. I thought that was ridiculous. Brilliant sliding tackle by Jack Wilshere. I love Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere, the passion that he's showing for the club at the moment, you can see when he goes out there for Arsenal, he puts his life on the line and the fans love it. And that guy's a future captain of our club, possibly even of England as well. Brilliant, Jack Wilshere. And he's just coming back. How good is he going to be if he can stay fit till the end of the season? Brilliant, Wilshere. Fitz the Gooner says, need to bring in a few attackers to really challenge with the big clubs. We were poor, but Theo needs game up too. I'm not quite sure what he means by that, but I think he probably says that Theo needs to get a bit of a big up for his performance. He was all right yesterday. Robbie Blakely on Twitter says, we were good and we had to grind out a result, but on an away day like that, I think you need Giroud up top, as Theo had no time and pace. It would have been nice to have played a 4-4-2 with Giroud there and Theo playing just off of him. But then I suppose we're not the type of team that bangs in loads of balls and has the big man flicking it down to the little man. I'm not sure if we're that type of team. Zayed AFC says, lucky 3 points, but it doesn't matter how they come. A striker is a must in January. Not convinced by Walcott as a centre forward, and that's if he signs. Signed the ting, by the way, Theo. Signed the ting. We're bigging you up. You ain't even signed the ting yet, right? Caned Deegan, Mike Hawke, says, I was at last night's game. It was a superb support behind the team. We just need to be more attacking. I agree with you there. Gaza Gooner says, what is Walcott wanting then? Who is the highest player? I think he means the highest paid player. Also, I think that could be Andre Arshavin, who's one of the official deadwood. Maybe if they can clear some of those players that we obviously need to get rid of, your Shamaks, your Arshavins, people like that. If we can get, Bentners and that, we still got these guys, even though they're out on loan. De Nielsen is still on Arsenal's payroll. If we can get rid of some of these guys, maybe we can start paying some better money to players like Theo, because no matter what we say, it's the law of economics. You've got other clubs out there who will pay him £100,000 a week. So if we want to keep hold of our best players, we've got to offer them the best money. It's as simple as that. To us, just normal bods, yes, it's crazy money, but to a footballer who knows he can go anywhere and get that sort of money, we got to be able to match that sort of ambition, and it's as simple as that. Boziek17 says, Theo isn't worth £100,000 a week. So he said his piece, he doesn't think that. Gooner Patrick Cahill 7 says, I think the team deserves credit for winning ugly. It's not pretty, but it's 3 wins on a spin. And that is true. 3 wins on a spin. And, in any season, that's brilliant. So well done to Arsenal for that. Callum Goodchild says, good result. Could have had more goals though, but 3 points is great. And he said he'd like to see Demba Ba in January. Demba Ba, good player. I still want to see a world-class player come in. But Demba Ba's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. He could be the player who ends up here actually. Ivor Pusfaleski says, I think the 4-4-2 tactic would be better than this. Giroud's strength and presence and Walcott's speed and finishing. So he still thinks we should have that big man, small man combination up top. Niall Duffy too says a 1-0 away win at Wigan in terrible conditions is something we wouldn't have done 2 weeks ago. We're showing fight and passion, and I agree with that 100%. Bertie Carney says, it's all right to win ugly sometimes. We need a strong defensive midfielder like Vieira or a Vieira or Torre type player and a world-class striker. I agree with that 100%. I'd still love to see Marion Fellaini. Whether we've got the sort of ambition to break the bank and go to Everton and make them an offer they can't refuse, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse, Everton. We want Fellaini. Whether we've got the balls to do that, I don't know. I just wish we could do that because Fellaini is just what we need in that midfield. Arteta has been doing an outstanding job, but at the end of the day, he's playing out of position because that is not his natural position. Oh, I'm going to get into this one. Ade says, leave that flag at home or burn it. He's on about the thanks for the memories flag that I was talking about in last week's Aftermath. He said it caused problems at Wigan. Now, I heard about this. I didn't actually witness this. I heard from some of the fans outside the game that apparently they unveiled that banner again, and it caused a bit of a ruckus, and somebody, you know, the people who unveiled the banner, someone got hit. Now listen, I'm not condoning it. As I said my piece last week, and I said I wasn't in agreement with that banner. I just can't see how we can be pulling out banners like that when we just won a game. But every fan is entitled to his own opinion, and the last thing we want is us fighting amongst ourselves. So Arsenal fans, you're brilliant. Away support is absolutely awesome. We need to stick together. We need to be together. I don't like the banner. As I said, I don't like the banner. I don't think it's necessary right now. I think there's a time and place for that banner. However, I don't think you should be taking lumps out of somebody because you're unhappy with the banner as well. Let's stick together. We're Arsenal Football Club. Well, we're coming towards the end of the year. We've got one more game before the end of the year now. This is our last show before Christmas. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning into the Aftermath. Thank you for contributing. Thanks to all the fans who've been coming up to us outside the ground. Don't forget to like this video. It's very important to us. It helps us a lot. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Keep subscribing to us here on YouTube. I mean, the way this station is blowing up, it's been absolutely unbelievable for us. It's all about you guys, the fans. And I just say to us right now, let's get behind the team. 3 wins on the bounce in the Premier League. We're 4th in the table. You know, get a couple of signings in January, Arsene Wenger, and you never know what could happen. And just before I go there, just to tell you that we are going to be doing one of our link-ups in the Google chat room, Google+. You'll see some information on that coming up very shortly. Make sure you hook up for that. We're going to be discussing who we should buy in the January transfer window. And I want to get as many of you involved as possible because this is your station. So look out for that link. Get involved on the day, so you know I'm going to hook you all up, and we're going to talk to you all live. All the information on how to join that chat room is going to be below, and we're going to film that live. That is going to be live here on Arsenal Fan TV on the Aftermath. All right, so the information is all below. Have a quick read of that, and you'll know how to hook up with us. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is the Aftermath. Checking out. Hi.